Okay, in round one, we have the choice. We'll play first, see what we got here. Well, we've got all of our lands, so yeah, I think I am going to keep this. Our polluted delta can find a black source, and we still have a blue source. This hand's quite good. We are going to play a turn 2 Skull Hunter for no value, but I don't have any issues with that. We even have our white source, so yeah, this hand's just really good. This hand has everything we need. All right, Kentry Warden. So, you know what? I think I actually go for that play instead of the Skull Hunter. So, let's play the Polluted Delta. Let's play a Kentry Warden. And pass a turn. This way I can likely attack in and still get our raid bonus. So, it's actually pretty nice. All right, so I'm going to crack the Polluted Delta and get our black source now, since I think we're pretty good on lands at this point, especially with the banner. I'm not going to be playing banner turn 3. If I had an Armored Core, it'd probably be a different story, but... ooh, another island. Interesting. All right, let's... I guess we just swing. Get our raid on. Oops. Get our raid on. Make him discard. And we'll play Forest and we'll pass. So next turn I get a Nightblade potential. I can also Sultai Charm if need be. Jeskai Wind Scout is not a super relevant turn 3 play at this point. Alright, Banner I think can also be ditched as soon as I play it. It can just net his cards at this point. It could also Sultai Charm his dude, but certainly no reason to do that. I think we just bash in and then play Nightblade. Guess we can play a white source. So we're playing against Jeskai. Alright, a Morph guy. Coming in with the Wind Scout. Willie locks it on. Okay. Not too bad. Let's play our land. Now I could Outlast plus Morph. Can I... I can't Outlast... I think what I actually do is just bash team, and then we go banner, Morph locks it on. I think that's going to work the best for us, so let's do that. Not bash team, though, because I'm not getting in with Kentry Warden, but we are getting in with these two. So now we'll go banner, and we'll go morph. And next turn I can unmorph him just based on the resources we already have, so that seems very good. So now he's, if this is Weaponsmith, I'm not going to be able to Sultai Charm it, but bring low on our morph guy. All right, it's pretty good. Certainly not the end-all be-all. He's just trying to race at this point, so I'm not sure how effective that's going to be for him. If that's a weapon master, it could be pretty beneficial. Well, that might actually just be lethal. I think it actually likely is 3, 5, 6, 2, 4, 5. It's actually one short of lethal, so let me do the math here and make sure we're not in too much trouble. Weapon master plus an additional 3, that would be 7, 8, 9. Plus maybe a prowess. 10 is the most I feel like we could take, since he would have to pay 5 mana to flip that and do all the beneficial stuff. So easily doing this. How do I want to pump? All our guys are going to gain death touch as well. Probably go 1 counter here, 2 counter here, 3 counter here. That way I can still regen at some point unless he deals with it. So I think this is the best for us. Just bash in for a lot. A lot of death touchy damage. It definitely made sense the way I incremental growth because now all of our guys are outside of a morph range. Just a concession. So it was the Weapon Master, as we thought it was. So he could have cracked back for at least 9, which is certainly a lot of damage, but not enough to win the race in this case. So the incremental growth was quite a good top deck. He seems like he has potential to be aggressive, but I still don't know if Parapet's the right answer to that because he showed us Wind Scout. So flying over our defenders does not seem all that good for us. Dragon Scale Boon actually seems like it would be a nice card to have in War of Attritions. It's really nice to be able to attack in and both use this card offensively if need be or defensively. That probably gives it a little bit of an edge over Awaken the Bear in this match, where there's going to be a pretty big creature battle. But I don't know if I want to add another 4-drop. I mean, I could. Awaken the Bear still is going to function well for us, too. So it's kind of it may even be like an irrelevant sort of thing. But I think I will exchange 1 Awaken the Bear for 1 Dragon Scale Boon in this matchup, just to give us a little bit more of a defensive, versatile plan. Awaken the Bear definitely works better offensively, but now that we're on the draw, it might be more beneficial to have some defensive cards that also synergize well with our Outlasters. So Longshot Squad actually seems like he's pretty important in this matchup for the Flyers, the potential Flyers. All right, let's try this again. So we have white and blue again, and yes, this hand looks very good. We get to curve out starting on turn 2, and I like it. Wait a second. This. All right, good. And we're 3 minutes behind, so I will need to pick up the pace a little bit here. I do tend to slow play it in this format. Not exactly sure why. I think it's just a problem I have. All right, 2 red sources, so that's kind of a good sign. It could indicate he's missing his land drops. So now we get our blue source, and we are, at this point, fully functional. So next turn we get the Loxodon, and then we're into Nightblade, and then we're into Armament Core, which is certainly good. All right. Hordling Outburst is good against us if he's on a Trumpet Blast plan, which is possible. I think here we'll play the Forest, and we'll just morph and pass. Still no white or blue source out of our opponent, which is certainly good for us. If he attacks, I'm still blocking. He can bust his Trumpet Blast if he feels it necessary. Yeah, I'm okay exchanging my Morph guy for a Trumpet Blast and a token. That Trumpet Blast is only going to get more powerful later anyway. Could play Barrage of Boulders here for a board wipe, but I'll tolerate that. War Shrieker. Okay, now it's yeah, now the Barrage of Boulders gets much better if he has that. Seeker of the Way. All right, so he's just going all out, balls to the wall aggression, which is okay. We're still looking reasonably good here. Although we may have to take some damage next turn. That's all right. Let's figure this out. So play Swamp, play Merrick Nightblade, and then we pass. If he attacks with everything, I think we just do safe blocks and set up for a nice armament core the following turn. Okay. Certainly good against us, but not the end-all be-all. If he attacks with everything, I think we just block a goblin. We're taking quite a bit of damage here. He's left with 2 cards in his hand, though. He did use an arrow storm on our dude instead of our face. I think this armament core is going to slow him up pretty good, though. So we are going to take 7 damage here, which is certainly significant. I'm not going to say it's not, but the armament core into the Highland game, yeah, I think we're still in pretty good shape, especially after this armament core play here. So now we're just going to go in defense mode a little bit more. We're going to be able to start bashing with our morph guy very shortly. He's still off both his white and blue. Canyon Lurkers, not too worried about that. Alright, Grim Haruspex is also very nice for some potential card draw. I think we just swing with Morph. We see if he blocks, because I can get some pretty good exchanges out of this. Especially if he blocks with the Lurkers. Okay, so we're not going to unmorph now. Instead, we're going to morph this guy, plus play the Highland game, and then pass. That way, if he comes up with some sort of attack strategy, we've got our little ace in the hole potential card draw. Highland game is also quite good here defensively. I think we can pretty comfortably start swinging with a couple other guys now. I do have to be conscious of Barrage of Boulders. It seems like he's a Barrage of Boulders deck, or even if he's not, it would definitely be very good for him. I mean, as much as I like deck thinning, I'm kind of at a unsafe life total as is. So I think what we're going to do is just bash with, I think we're just going to bash with our bigger dudes here. See what he decides to do. All right, no blocks. I do have to get a bit aggressive, only because if I don't get aggressive now, I'm afraid a Barrage of Boulders blowout is going to be incoming. But I still have a fine block here. I may have to triple block, but keep in mind I do have lethal on backswing, and I will be able to make some trades, so he is at least hunting for some removal. He's also still not managed to find a... There, he finally found some other resources. He doesn't have a very good attack here, though, in my opinion, especially not with our Grim Haruspex. If he's going for it, we're still in pretty good shape. This Haruspex is going to net us some pretty good value. So I think we're going to be doing some triple trading here. He could have another spell, which would make this prowess better. But I'm still going to be drawing some cards. I think it's a good idea to do a potential triple trade here. I can't think of what he could cast for 3 mana that would pump his guys again. So I think we're just going to do the exchange here and here. Going to minimize damage taken. As much as I like Grim Haruspex, as long as this pans out for us, the value we reap should be good enough. I'm just having a hard time coming up with 3 mana red spells that our instants or non-creature spells. All right, that worked extremely well for us. We gain life, we draw 2 cards, we get 3 of his dudes off the board. We're left with a very commanding board presence. We did draw 2 lands, but getting 3 dudes off of his board is extremely important there. Another land? Jeez. I don't threaten lethal, so I guess it makes more sense to... I definitely don't want to let him crack in with Canyon Lurkers. He can't bring low my Armament Core, but he can smite the Monstrous at potentially next turn. I probably... If I just bash with Armament Core, he probably makes the trade. If I bash with Loxodon, he definitely takes it. Or chumps it, I guess, with that, and then offers a trade. So not drawing anything of substance there is definitely not ideal. Could bash with both. Like I said, that lets him crack back for 6. Potentially with a Trumpet Blast, another 4, which would be 10, which is a lot. Because I don't have lethal, I can't swing in with both. I guess we just do Loxodon. I'm confident. I'm pretty confident he's going to chump it. But no, he doesn't. Okay. Well, I guess we drop a white source then and pass. I'll trade with the Lurkers, even though I don't have to. I kept my guy back to protect myself. Could have Smite the Monstrous for our Loxodon, but we did just draw 3 lands in a row, which means our chance of drawing non-land is ideally going up. Oh, there we go. Okay. So now we just swing, drop our Ice Feather Aven. No reason to bounce anything. He's just going to chump with his token. Now we morph this. I'm going to take the bash from the Mardu Warshrieker and then just bounce whatever defensive play he has. He probably doesn't even attack into our morph. Not when we've got 5 lands showing. That seems way too dangerous. So we see what he does if he has a defensive play. Active Treason are fatty. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think we're still okay, though. We'll see what else he has, if anything. Just that. I can't see him dealing 5 damage, so I think we're just going to take it. No extra plays. All right, then we just unmorph, bounces Warshrieker. And the Loxodon should be lethal. All right, sweet. Very good game. The deck played extremely well for us, so that was a lot of fun. We'll see you round 2.